Welcome back. My op-ed today at HartmannReport.com is, I think, one of the more important ones I've written. It's titled, "Now That Hate Has Become the GOP's Main Political Weapon, What Can Americans Do?" And, you know, I started out by talking about how a conservative host, radio host in Denver on KOA, I believe is the station, has publicly changed her party affiliation from Republican to Independent, saying that, you know, this is not her party anymore. This is now the party of Trump. And, you know, I get it. And in fact, the Channel 9 News in Denver was reporting that she's one of 113 Republicans who changed their affiliation just in one day. I mean, it's just like people are leaving the Republican Party. On the other hand, you've got the Republican Party, the people within the Republican Party doubling down on hate. Now, why is it that they're doubling down on hate? You know, what is it about hate that's so attractive to these Republicans? You know, I mean, they're hating on queer people, hating on college professors, hating on black people, hating on immigrants, hating on public school teachers, hating on books, hating on Hispanics, hating on uppity women, hating on drag queens, hating on liberals, hating on American history, hating on Asians, hating on woke and other terms to describe tolerance and compassion. Why? Well, it turns out that hate typically derives out of fear, and that fear is arguably the most powerful of the emotional states that are wired into us as survival mechanisms by evolution. Hate and fear, the fear-provoking hate, although hate can also provoke fear, but this hate-fear cycle is more powerful than the urge to reproduce. It's more powerful than the sex drive. It's more powerful than the urge to eat. Although, you know, arguably after a few days of not eating, that may change. But, you know, on an immediate basis, this is the most powerful individual motivator. In order to cause people to fear and hate, first you must have them think of the people that they are fearing and hating as less than human beings, as something less than people. And that is exactly what the Republican Party has been up to for the last 6 or 8 years. I mean, it started, well, obviously this goes back to Nixon's Southern strategy in 1968, but in a really big way, this started with Donald Trump coming down the escalator and hating on Mexicans. And then hating on, you know, just group after group after group ever since. He made it acceptable to hate. He made it acceptable to fear. And, you know, fearing immigrants, fearing women, fearing teachers, fearing drag queens. And now they're using this as a political weapon because it's so potent. Now, this is why it's successful, because it is so powerful, but it's also what makes it so dangerous. Madeleine Albright, in her book Fascism, A Warning, points out that the last country where a major conservative political party embraced hate and fear as a political tool was Germany in 1933. That's the road the Republicans are leading us down. Now, there was a time when, if I said that, I myself would think, you know, I'm being hyperbolic, or at least on the edge of it. I don't believe that any longer. I believe we really and genuinely are treading the path to Nazism in the United States. And what are we seeing now? Open Nazis. They're coming out and waving their flags and shouting Sieg Heil and doing the stiff arm salute, the whole bit. We're seeing it right in front of us, all around us. Death threats are exploding against Democrats and progressive groups. Media is being taken over by right-wingers who are profiting off this hate. And frankly, this is not a problem Democrats can fix. I mean, I'm calling it out. We're all calling it out. But this is a problem that is going to take Republicans standing up and saying, no, enough, as Mandy Connell did. Republicans need to leave their party.